Hi, welcome to another step-by-step build. Today and for the next few days, or however long it takes me to do, we're going to be building the Airfix MiG 29A Fulcrum. It's a 1 in 72 scale model of the MiG 29A. I've already done an inbox review. Found a fair bit of flash, which I'm going to need to sort out early on. We're going to dip the canopy in future clear, and then just put that to one side until I need it again. Let's let that dry off and cure totally. So it's probably one of my first jobs I'll do on this. So we have all the parts here. I've got to make sure they're all on, because I think when I did the review there were one or two pieces missing from the sprue as well. We have no decals for the centre console, the display console, so I'm going to need to paint that as well and detail that on this time. Have a crack at that, and then we've got the instructions there. But when we look at the canopy, there's not a lot there really, so I'm just going to dip the whole lot in future clear and then just put it to one side and dry. Make sure it's all nice and clean first before I do that. So I'm just cleaning the flash up, and I can't put a pilot in, and because we have a disabled pilot, and I'm not being discriminative or anything like that, don't get me wrong, it's just that he's got no legs. So unfortunately the MiG 29A has not been adapted for disabled use, because they need top pedals, and this guy hasn't got any. So something happened with the press there obviously, but no pilot to go in. It's great. This is what I've done so far then. The fuselage is all on, the cockpit's in and painted. We have got a bit of painting underneath there that's been done as well. Next stage is to put the air intakes on and the wings and the tail fins. But before I do that, I need to fill in this little gap here, because it's going to be difficult to get to once the air intakes are on. So I'll do that now. I can fill the two sides. These are going to be covered, but the two sides, let me just zoom in a little bit for you. Here and here I'll do after the intakes are on. It went together okay, but you can see there we've got a nice seam. It's rough as well, so that needs sanding down and filling. The recess, the panel lines there, look, don't really match, so I need to scribe those. But yeah, it's alright. Bit of work, but there you go. But the cockpit's all done. You can see inside the cockpit there, it's all been painted. No decals came with the cockpit, so that's I've had to kind of paint some of the detail on there. It's been a bit of a challenge so far. We've painted the undercarriage pieces as well. I like doing the little pieces in between whilst I'm waiting for glue to dry and things like that, so I've got the wheels to paint as well, and some little panels, etc., little bits and pieces to do. So yeah, as we go along, what I'll do before I glue anything in, I'm going to test the fit, because more than likely this kit, it's not a new tool. There's going to be probably some fitting issues, so I just need to test the fit before I actually fix them in place, because I might need to do a little bit of cutting and filling and this, that and the other. But progress is being made, you know. This has had all night to set now, so we can crack on with the next stages of it. Everything is pretty much built up on the plane. I've spent a fair bit of time filling and sanding, and the tail fins went on late last night. I need to do a little bit of filling around the side here, just a tiny amount, but these fins here posed a little bit of a problem. They didn't line up with these, so I had to kind of just manipulate it, I suppose, and then used filler to fill in any gaps there. They needed filler down the sides as well, the front of the wings here and underneath there, and I needed to blend the intake in as well, because there's a bit of it was misaligned here, it was stepped, so this needed all filing down and then filling in. But you can hardly make out a seam down the end there, middle of the intakes there, so I'm quite pleased with that. But all in all, it is coming on. It's all the glue is cured now, so you know I can crack on with it again. But only a little bit more sanded and filling, not too much. It's looking quite tidy, to be fair. I'm quite happy with it. And then once that's done, we'll give this a coat of primer, and then we can get on with the paint job. When we look at the other parts, I've got, you know, the weapons underneath, the missiles and that to paint. One or two little pieces there. The undercarriage flaps as well, they'll need painting. But yeah, I mean, most of the undercarriage is painting. All the wheels are all done. Spent some time yesterday painting these wheels. They're all done, ready to go on. I'm not going to really touch them up too much. There's a little bit of touching up to do, but it's not too bad at all. They won't take 5 minutes to do. So yeah, we'll get cracking with the rest of this then, and we'll get the primer on, ready for the main paint job. So the priming's gone well, and we had a couple of little hiccups though. I put some little front kind of aerials here and on the top, and they broke off during the priming process. Do you know, you never learn, do you? Well, I won't be doing that mistake again. If there's any small pieces like that that are a bit fiddly, I'll leave until I've done the main part of this, but there we are. What I need to do now is just to give a bit of a wet and dry over, just to smooth it down, and still some lines visible from where I filled. Might need a tiny bit more filling, maybe just a bit of sanding, that should sort that out. And then it's on with pre-shading then, and the paint job. So whilst I'm going to be drying things as well in between, I'll get the undercarriage finished off. I'll get some some of the under panels to go with the undercarriage painted off, and get all the missiles and weapons all painted, ready to go on. Some need decals as well, so I'll do all that before attaching them on, because otherwise it's going to be too fiddly. So here we go, on with it then. Paint job's all done now. I've just been touching it up. Couple of issues along the way. That was the Vallejo colour chart that suggested this colour here should be Humble 120. The Vallejo colour chart suggested a number 76 green sky, model colour green sky, 76 it is. And it was just way too light. I mean, it was like minty coloured, like pepperminty coloured. It just didn't suit it at all. So I did a bit of searching and I found an alternative for the Humble 120, which is Vallejo's Model Air 95. It's pale green, this one here. So I had to put that on. And it looks much better now. I did start masking it, and because of the colour issue, I then had to do everything free-handed, because obviously I needed to touch everything else up a little bit as well. So technically this paint job is my first freehand attempt at a camo job with an airbrush. So I'm very pleased with how it came out, because I think it looks absolutely bob on. Really nice and all sorted. The only thing is I did pre-shade at the top, because of the extra coats. The pre-shade hasn't come through, but it has for underneath. If I just flip it over, you can see there we've got the pre-shading come through the light grey, and because everything is painted on it, everything. Even the little panels there, it's all done. So my next stages then of the build is to, what I'm going to do now is we're going to put a couple of coats of Future on the model all over to protect the paintwork. Let that dry for at least 24 hours before we start the decals. But with the decals, what I'll also be doing whilst I'm waiting for that to dry is I've got all the other parts painted. I can assemble them and give them a couple of coats of finish Future as well, and then it's just just decals then, and finishing off with a bit of weathering. So we're not far done really. So, but we're looking awesome. Can't wait till it's actually finished. And there we have it, all done now. Happy with the final result. Don't really want to be doing any more than I have to, but wow, what a job. We've tried new techniques with this build, stuff that I've never done before, pre-shading, which I know I can improve for the next build. We've used an enamel wash for the panel lines. That's all I did regarding the weather, and I didn't want to go too crazy with it because again it's something I've not really tried before, so you know, one step at a time. The actual paint job started off being masked, but because I had the wrong shade of pale green, I had to redo the whole lot, and I did it freehand, and I'm quite happy with the results there, really happy. It's something I know I can do now, but the camo job on this was very challenging, but you know, learnt a lot on the way, but it looks lovely. Bit of a pain in the bottom build, things didn't fit quite as planned, but the outcome was alright, I think. So I'm going to leave you with some pictures now and a little bit of video of the plane. So thanks for watching, see you again next time.